So on screen you see all the 10 champion scrolls. If you want to go to a certain part, click on the champion scroll you want to go to. If not, I'm gonna start a little intro on the stuff you're gonna need for this, all the gear setup, all the items you're gonna need. So if you don't want to skip that, don't click anything. If you want to skip ahead, click on the champion scroll you want to see. Yo, what's up guys, it's Sam here, and today I'm gonna show you how to obtain all the 10 champion scrolls. I'm also gonna show you the boss fights. So there's a couple things you're gonna need. The cannon, obviously, because you're gonna cannon a lot of these, basically all of them. And expect to lose around 50 to 100k cannonballs, depending on your luck. It took me way more than 100k because I got pretty unlucky. Some NPCs took me around 25k kill count and the drop rate is 25k. So around 50 to 100k cannonballs. You're gonna bring your best in slot melee gear. You could replace the whip with bludgeon at a couple NPCs because they're weak against crush. While it isn't the must, the whip is as good as the bludgeon. Slightly less, but you wouldn't feel any difference. You're gonna bring your best in slot range gear. You're gonna range a lot of these, so you're probably gonna need a lot of darts and scales as well. A salve amulet because a couple NPCs are in that, and that way you get 20% accuracy and 20% boost on your strength, max hits, etc. You're gonna need your bone crusher. Basically this isn't the must, but this way you can track how many kills you have done so far. Basically check your XP on, you could check how many charges it has, and then you could just subtract the kills you got from it. Or you could just track your XP because a couple NPCs don't drop bones. Also I want to give a big shout out to Hutchens and Automelody because I got a couple guides from them. I watched their guides and improved a bit of them because there's a lot of changes. Basically they're Zia now, and I'm basically updating their guides. So I want to give a huge shout out to those guys because without them I would not know all of these spots. So I'll put their channels in the description, so check them out guys. Anyways, let's start the guide off. So for the imp champion scroll, I suggest that you go to Zia, and the spot is here at the charcoal burners. I'll zoom out so you guys know where it is. If you have a POH, teleport here, or use the Xerix talisman. Anyways, you place your cannon here. You don't really need to kill them with your blowpipe. The cannon does all the work, but sometimes they wander around there and you might have to kill one or two every 10 minutes. So place your cannon here. There's 3 of them that spawn here, so let's just kill them so they respawn. And there's 3, and you can basically AFK this is an easy champion scroll. You basically can AFK the whole thing. And I'm not sure how many kills it's an hour. I think around 400 if I'm not mistaken. And you could also do something AFK in the meanwhile. I personally don't do anything. I just do Zura on my other account and make some money in the meanwhile because, like I said before, you don't really have to do anything. But there's also sand crabs here, so you could just train some melee stats, range stats, or there's a bank here close by, so you could also train fire making and load your cannon every now and then. As you can see, the cannon does all the work, but sometimes, like for this example, he doesn't kill it in one go. You might have to kill it yourself manually. But yeah, that's the way to get the imp champion scroll. Pretty easy, pretty AFK. You don't have to do anything. So yeah, up to the next champion. So for the imp champion scroll, there aren't really any restrictions. You can attack it with anything you want. It attacks you with range and mage, and it also teleports you around the arena. This is how it looks like, and it should be an easy kill. All the champion scrolls are pretty easy. There we go. So for the Goblin Scroll, come to the Fishing Guild, walk a bit east and enter this cavern. You would be wondering why I'm not killing them at Lumbridge, but that's the reason behind that is because there's so many trees that will block your cannon, and that way you will not get as many kills as here. So basically you go down this cavern and place your cannon around here next to this table, three spots east of it, and place your cannon. You might want to bring some staminas because there's a couple goblins northwest as well, so you could kill them manually, and just ignore these bats. They have a lot of HP, but sometimes your cannon attacks them as well. So stand behind this table. Your cannon would probably one-hit them. If not, just use your blowpipe as well. So for the Goblin champion scroll, you can only use mage. It should be an easy kill. It attacks you with mage as well, and it drains your prayer slowly. But you should be fine. It's an easy kill. And there we go, we just killed it. So for the next one, teleport to Yanel. You can get here to through the POH. I have the max cape, so I have that unlocked. Or if you have the construction cape. Also, you could use the watchtower teleport. It shouldn't be hard to get here. Go under this. For this setup, I would suggest you bring the melee setup. And also bring salve amulet E if you have it, because that way you have 20% more damage and accuracy on undead. So that helps a lot. If you don't have it, it takes 15 minutes to unlock unless you haven't done the quest. and I would not know why you wouldn't. Anyways, bring it. You could also bring a bludgeon, but for some reason I think the whip is better, even though the bludgeon has more crush damage and skeletons are weak against crush. So go through this pipe and place your cannon next to the table. There's also skeletons in the wilderness, but they don't have round shields, and only rounded shields skeletons drop the champion scroll. So that's a fun fact you probably might not have known. I didn't know it either. I checked the guy's guide, Hutchens guide, and basically got it from there. Anyways, place your cannon next to the table, basically this spot. That way you can get double hit splats again. Make sure you load the cannon. And all I did was stand here and AFK, watch the movie. Put your auto retaliate on, make sure you have a bone crusher, that way you can track kills. And like this, if the cannon hits a skeleton here, you get double hit splats. So that's pretty easy one, and there you go, also double hit splats. Sometimes they get stuck around here, you might have to attack them manually. But yeah, that's basically it. So for the skeleton champion, the only restriction is you can only use range, so it should be an easy kill. And I'm not gonna lie, this one looks the sickest out of all. Look how sick it looks. So for the next champion scroll, we're gonna go to the graveyard for the zombies. This is basically in 20 wilderness. Come to this spot and go two steps south of this gravestone. You can just pause the video and see where it is on the minimap. Place your cannon, and you can just bring Void and bring 3 items that protect. And if you die, Void will drop on the floor. It will get broken basically. Place your cannon, load it up, and stand behind this grave, and you can basically safe spot it. So you stand here, and if there's zombies coming from the south, kill them first because they actually aggro you, and the rest just get stuck behind this grave zone. I'll show you guys an example. Let me just move a bit. So kill the ones that are coming from the south of east, and these one get stuck, and that way you can kill them. It's basically a safe single zone, so that's why the cannon doesn't work unless when you get attacked, unless you're standing behind the gravestone like this. And if they come from the side, they'll get stuck as well. So you can get around 1k kills an hour, so that's pretty nice. So here we are at the Champions Guild. For the zombie champion, you cannot use magic attacks, so everything else is fine. It should be a fairly easy fight, so let's see. It attacks with melee, and it is a dagger speed, so this is how it looks, pretty sick. And yeah, let's quickly kill it, I guess. And there we go. Make sure to pick it back up after I get the XP drop, which is 240 Slayer XP, 248.6 XP. So for the hill giant one, there's a spot in Zia which has a lot of giants, as you can see here. So basically place your cannon, and where this is, you teleport to the lookout, which teleports you around here, and walk around here. I personally killed them at Castle Wars, which is in a different spot, because I didn't know about this spot yet and it wasn't updated at the time. So I'm gonna show you guys this spot and the spot where I killed them, but this spot should be way better. I think range is better because that way you have more DPS and they don't have that much HP. So I'm gonna show you guys the other spot as well, but this one should be way better. So for the hill giant champion scroll, I decided to come here. Basically teleport to Castle Wars and walk east, and this is the spot where you should place your cannon. You could also kill them in catacombs. I was planning on killing them there, but I'm actually gonna just kill them here because Arclight is kind of useless with the new raid updates and the bow. So I'm gonna kill these. I still need to get the champion scroll myself, so hopefully I get it under 5k drops. And this should be around 750 kills an hour, so that's pretty decent. So for the hill giant, you can only use melee. There isn't any other restriction. This one looks pretty sick as well. It has a tattoo on his shoulder. So let's quickly kill it and let's move on. So the next champion scroll is the Hobgoblin one, and basically where I'm at right now is Black Chains is here. I basically use the Max Cape teleport to Black Chains, walk a bit west, or you could just use the ancient teleports and come here. So basically put your cannon like 1 square next to this metro lock and basically stand on this spot. And every time your cannon runs out of cannonballs, just load it up like this and click on fire. And if this one, like for example, if this one aggroes you, make sure you kill that one first, so your cannon actually it's every Hobgoblin and you can get the max kills an hour. This one is pretty fast, so it shouldn't take you that long. I would say if your RNG is on point, in a couple hours. But yeah, you could get unlucky like me. I've been dry at so many bosses, I mean champion scroll bosses. So yeah, hopefully this one isn't gonna take me that long because I actually haven't gotten it yet. So I'll probably tell you guys what KC I got it on. And here we are, the Champions Guild. The only restriction it has, you cannot kill it with melee. So I'm just gonna kill it with range. It shouldn't be that hard. Basically, champions bosses are so easy. Okay, that was a weird animation. Make sure I drop it. So that's how it looks. Not that nice, to be honest. What kind of cape is that? Oh yes, arrows on his back. That looks pretty sick, to be honest. So let me make a move so I can get a better view of it. Make sure I don't kill it. There we go. Looks pretty sick. So yeah, let's kill it and see what we get. We should probably get like 200 XP and Slayer on HP. Nothing special. Yeah, there we go. So for the ghouls, you basically go to Canvas, and this is a spot. The fairy code is CKS, and you can also use the teleport on the new current spellbook to get here, or basically teleport to Canvas and walk a bit west. So where you want to put your cannon is at this grave, basically 2 squares away here. Place your cannon, and basically where you want to stand is at this spot. That way the ghouls can't attack you and they get stuck behind the graves, and you get a lot of kills an hour. So this is a pretty easy one. This one took me around 2600 kills. So basically stand here and attack them like manually, and this should go really fast. And if you need to load your cannon, make sure you use your cannonballs on it before it reaches 0. That way you don't have to click fire. You guys probably know how to do that. Anyways, this should be an easy one, and good luck on this one as well. So for the gold champion, you can only bring a weapon, so nothing else, no gear. It should be an easy fight. It attacks you with range and melee, and his range attack is stronger than his melee one, but you should be fine. Like I said before, all the champions are pretty easy to kill. You shouldn't be having any trouble killing them. So let's kill it and let's see what we get. Probably around 200 to 300 XP in Slayer and HP as usual. They should really buff the XP rewards because this is basically nothing. So for the next champion scroll, the Earth one, teleport to Edgewell, go south, go downstairs these stairs. For this one you're gonna need the melee setup. Range works as well, but I think you take a lot of damage, and that way you would need food. Keep in mind this one is in the wilderness level 10, but in the 6700 kills I only met 2 PKers and they were like combat 70. So I think you should be fine, but then again, bring a couple brews and don't AFK fully because you're in the wilderness. You're probably gonna lose stuff if you die, especially cannonballs. I'm actually gonna risk this. I don't think anyone is there. If I'm mistaken, GG bank, because I'm risking around 70 mil and probably gonna lose the champion scrolls if I die. Anyways, keep walking north. You could also bring a bludgeon. I personally used the bludgeon. I think it was a bit better than a whip, but if your budget isn't that high, you could just bring a whip. It's just as good, I guess. I was getting around 477 kills with the bludgeon. I think the whip is slightly less, like 450. But then again, it shouldn't be that much of a difference. Basically stand here, place your cannon here, pot up, and I usually brought super combats, but those are kind of expensive, so you can just bring super strength and attacks. You don't take that much damage in max gear basically. Also brought a torture instead of a fury, but yeah, this is just fast escape. And the cannon is double hit splats on this spot, that's why I put the cannon there. And you shouldn't wait for them to come to the cannon, you should also attack them if there aren't any in range. So yeah, that's basically it for the Earth Warrior ones. So for the Earth Champion Scroll, the only restriction is you cannot use prayers. So no protection prayers, no piety, no nothing. You can attack with any attack style you want, mage, range, attack, melee. So it's all good, and let's quickly kill it. So for the Juggler one, you want to come into this cavern, which is basically north of Taibuwana, or come south from Birmaven. Basically why I like this spot is because they updated it recently, and there's an upper floor where you can get way more kills than the floor downstairs. So for this you're gonna need the range, because you're gonna safe spot them, and that way you can get multiple splats even though it's not multi. So place your cannon next to this rock, 2 steps of it, and you're basically gonna stand here and safe spot them. That way you can hit them in a multi-zone kind of way, because they aren't attacking you back. So basically fire your cannon, stand here, and you can basically safe spot them like this. Sometimes they get out of range, then you might have to walk a bit further to attack them and kill them, but that's basically it. It's pretty much AFK, easy one to go. And they also drop Raynor seeds and Snapdragon seeds. This one is, I'm not sure, it attacks with melee and it can poison you, and the poison deals 8 damage. So, and you cannot use range attacks, so I'm just gonna do mage. And I heard there was a safe spot, but I don't really need it, and I think a lot of people who go for champion scrolls don't really need a safe spot because it's pretty easy to kill them. So I'm just gonna kill it with mage, and I could just do this, I guess. And yeah, Venom works as well. It did not hit me yet, so I'm not poisoned, but the poison can deal 8 damage. Go. And the XP rewards are 480 XP. So once you're here, place your cannon at this spot, one spot away from this wall. And basically what this does is you get 2 hit splats on one demon, so every rotation it hits twice instead of once. So for example like this. Make sure you're standing here though, so let them come close to you. Pod up basically, you don't really need food, the SGS. As you can see there, I had 2 hits with the cannon. So, and you basically ignore this one, all you kill is 3 of these. This one, and this one. This is probably the slowest one because it has the highest HP. I'm not sure if it's the slowest one, but it's kind of difficult. And SGS is fine. Bring some potions like super attack, super strength, and you should be fine. You don't really need food because you're healing with the SGS. And yeah, that's basically the lesser demon. So good luck on that. And here we are, time to do our lesser demon scroll. And for this one, you cannot bring any items. You could just go to the regular spell book. And I'm not sure how powerful this is. 162 combat. Let me take my prayer off and see how hard it is. 9 so far. In the meanwhile, I can just attack him back. 12. Holy shit, that's nice. So it can hit pretty decent. So you should bring prayer potions and magic. You could actually also kick it, to be honest, because that will do damage as well. But it does hit with melee, I guess. So magic would be the best way. You could just bring an inventory of food as well if you're gonna melee it. So by far the hardest champion scroll to get, I think. People say Earth Warrior is harder, but I think this one was harder. Simply because it has higher HP. It was 87 HP and Earth Warriors only have 57. And it's around the same kills an hour, so I would say Earth Warriors were pretty chill because you could AFK them a lot. And there were a lot spawning, and in lesser demons you only kill 3 at a time. Because one is kind of stuck, and for the cannon to work properly, you can only kill 3. So let me come back once I kill it. And there we go, it should be that. I also dropped the champion scroll because I'm collecting them in my bank. 600 Slayer XP, 600 HP XP. Okay, so for this final champion, the human one, you basically can equip anything you want, but you can't bring anything in your inventory. So let's talk to this guy, and let's go and let's fight this guy. It should be easy. Too bad you don't get the champion scroll from this. Not sure how hard this thing can hit. It's pretty high combat though, so okay, my LE is working anyways. This one doesn't look that interesting, to be honest, but let's just kill him, I guess. I'm not sure how much XP you should get from this, but it would be probably shit. They should probably buff this, like give 50k or 100k in Slayer or something. There we go, 492, and we just finished them all. Let's go upstairs and check all the banners, because why not? And there we go, look at this. All the 10 champion scrolls finished, and so that's all the 10 champion scrolls, and I'm gonna show you all the KC it took me. I started off with the Earth Warrior, which took me 7,768 kills. So that one was above the drop rate. 2,260 goals, that was under the drop rate. And this one, I went the longest dry streak on, the skeleton one, 23,449 kills. Holy shit, that's like 5 times drop rate almost. The lesser one made up for it with 2,365 kills, which I think is the hardest one to kill. Also the Juggler one under the 5k mark, 2,630. Went dry on the Goblin one, which I didn't mind at all because that one was over 1,000 kills an hour, 17,240 KC. The imp one took me a bit above 5k, 5,885. Imp one's pretty slow, it's like 300 to 400 kills an hour, but it's like 100% AFK. Zombie one above the drop rate again, 7,782 kills, but the zombie one is around 1,300 kills an hour, so I didn't mind at all. The Hobgoblin one is a fast one as well, and it took me under the 5k mark as well, 4,111 kills. And the Hill Giant one, I got pretty lucky, under 1k KC, 961. Anyways, if this guide helped you at all, make sure to subscribe for future guides, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the future videos. I'm probably gonna do the 500 easy clue challenge for the Willable Spade, then the medium one, then the hard one, and then Elite True Slayer. And I'm probably gonna do a lot of completion escape stuff. And if you guys are looking for guides, make sure to subscribe because I will release them. Anyways, thank you for watching and peace out. Bye.